Whenever Samsung comes out with some brand new, expensive phones, I start to receive a ton of emails from different case companies asking me to review their cases. Well, in today's video, that's exactly what we're going to do. Here are 72 different cases for your Samsung Galaxy S20. Let's get started. Hey everybody, welcome to Tech with Brett, where I help tech work for you. So this video is going to accomplish a few things. First, we're going to show you all of the different case options available. I will leave a link to all of them in the description below. The second thing is we're going to do a screen protector test with all of these cases. So here I have the Whitestone Dome Glass installed on all of these, and we're going to make sure that it fits with all of these different cases. And then over here, I do have a Samsung fast wireless charger, so we're going to make sure that they are all wireless charging compatible. And then lastly, I'm going to give you what the case feels like from my point of view. So if you like something that's durable or more grippy or very thin, I'm going to hopefully convey that to you in these different types of cases. I would like to review all of these for a full 2 weeks, but that's really impossible to do that with 72 different cases. So some of them I've used for a few days. Others, it'll just be a first look, but that's where we're going to go. Now, just so you know, my preference in a case, on my Note 10 Plus, I was using the Samsung Durable Rugged case. So here it has some nice grip on the sides, easy to hold. It's very protective. I've dropped it a few times without any problems. And then I also like to have a kickstand here. So on the Samsung Rugged case, you have 2 kickstand options, which are really nice. It's just so convenient to have on the back of the phone. So that is my preferred type of case. And now let's get into these cases. So let's get this started by checking out cases by ESR. Okay, so here from ESR, we have the Air Armor case. And then here we have the premium leather case on the S20. First, starting off with the Air Armor. This is a really cool looking case. I like the clear, especially with this cosmic pink on the S20, and it just looks really, really nice. Now, one other thing I do like about this case is its grip. It's not going to slide out of the hands. I have pretty dry hands, and that's definitely going to feel really nice, and it keeps it very thin, but you have these extra protection around the corners, so in case you do drop it, that's going to really add some nice protection. Now, another thing with these cases is we're going to check on how much of a lip overhang it is on the front, because if you drop your phone face down, if the case doesn't protect it well enough, it could essentially land on rocks and it's really going to hurt it. And here, this doesn't have very much lip. It does go around the edge of the phone really nice, but it's not a ton of a lip on the front, and there's no problem with the dome glass. So let's check out the charging, and that looks like it's going to work no problem. And then over here with the premium leather case, it has a really nice color. And with many of these cases, there's probably lots of different colors, so you'll just have to check the link in the description below. But if you like a premium feel with the leather, this works really good. I do find that the leather cases are a little bit slippery, so if you do use them for a while, they end up getting a little bit better, a little easier to grip, but this makes it so it doesn't add much bulk to the phone, and it does add some grip. And then here you do have a little bit of lip up there at the top, which is really nice to have. And then the buttons over here, they work really nice, as well as on here, nice and clicky. Sometimes if there's too much click, they're too loud, but those work really well. It would have charged, but over here it says it is fully charged. So here on the S20, we have their kickstand case, which it has the same type of grip material. I really like the grip, has a really good look, but then down here you do have this kickstand. It does add a little bit of bulk, but maybe it might be nice to add some grip to the case so it's easy to hold in the hand. And then here you can prop it up. And the nice thing is you can prop it to any angle. So if you want it to just be propped up a little bit, you are able to do that, or you can prop it up a little bit more and use the case like that. So let's do our wireless charging test. So placing it on there, it looks like it works. It just sits a little bit funny, so there is no problem there. Next, over here, we have the S20 Plus Slim case in blue. Now, this looks very much like silicone. It is a little bit harder plastic, so it does have some grip, but it isn't going to get as gunky as silicone cases, which we'll check out in a little bit. So that has a really nice grip. It does leave the buttons open. Once I dropped one of my phones and it hit a corner and it broke one of the buttons. So if you like a slim case, that's nice, but as for protection, that might not be as best. And so this probably comes in a lot of other colors. And this one is very thin. It's not going to feel like you have a very big phone in your pocket. And there is not much of a lip up here at the top, but no problems with the dome glass. Those are the ESR cases. So here we have two cases from Pitaka. Real quick note, when everyone asked me, I originally thought I was only getting the 20 and the 20 Plus. That's why I only have most cases for them, and I ended up picking up the Ultra later, so I don't have as many options for there. But here are the Pitaka cases. So these cases are very thin. They're made out of a bulletproof material, but they look really good. They have the nice carbon fiber here, and they add some really great protection to the phone, even though they don't add any bulk to the device. Now, when you don't have them on the case, they feel very flimsy, but for the people that have used them, they say that they really like them. Putting them on the wireless charger, no problem there. And then here we have the Galaxy S20 Plus. Putting this in the pocket, it would not really add any bulk to the device. So it's going to look really good. But as for drop protection, it may not be as best, especially because up here at the top, you don't have that extra lip covering the front. So something like dome glass with this would be highly recommended. And again, here it's not covering the buttons of the phone. So it is a very thin option. And then here on the back, it actually adds some extra protection to the camera bump. And so if you're worried about the camera glass getting scratched, it adds a little extra bump so it's not going to sit totally flush there. So those are the Pitaka cases for the S20s. So here we have some cases from i-Blason. These are the Aries series. Here is the blue, and then on the Ultra we have the black. So one thing you can't really tell is that these are see-through, and you have the black phone right there, but I didn't clean it off very good, so it shouldn't have all that dust in there. But it is nice that you can see through and you can actually see your case. Now over on the sides, you do have some nice grip over here. And then on the bottom, you have that extra protection on the charging port. So you have that there, and then it allows for the speaker to come through. Now, when putting these on, I wasn't paying much attention, but it comes right up next to the dome glass. So over here on the Ultra, it looks like I actually put my dome glass down a little bit too far, and you can see that it has already pilled up on the front of the Ultra. And so I wouldn't recommend this case with the dome glass, especially on the Ultra. Even if I had moved it up slightly, it just would not have worked out great. But over here on the S20 Plus, it looks like it perfectly fit in there, and there are no problems. It's not peeling up at all. Now these offer some great front end protection. So if you do drop it face down, it is covering the outside front of the screen. So that's not going to be a problem. And it has these big corners for some really nice extra protection, and it's going to fit in the hand really nice. The only problem is if you put this in your pocket, it's going to be a little bit bulky. So there you go. Those are the Aries cases from i-Blason. Now this also comes in a purple, and there are probably a few different colors that you can get there as well. Now this also is a two-piece case, so those are pretty nice at protecting the phone. And so that's how you can easily pull it off, just from the corner down here on the bottom. And here we have the Cosmo card case, so it comes in a few different colors. This case is very shiny, looks really nice. On the back here, you do have the option to slide in a card. You could add your driver's license or a credit card in there, and then you would easily be able to pull it out right here. So that actually is pretty convenient to have. And then the case, you can see the nice little shine that it has there. As for protection, it has a little bit of a bump at the front there, and it has a really nice grip. This is the S20 Plus. Feels really good in the hand. It covers up the buttons, so that should be a pretty good case. Okay, here we have a few more Cosmo Series cases. Comes in a green, blue, purple, and white. They have fancy names, but that's what I'm calling them. And they are really protective. Again, they are the two-piece like we saw on the i-Blason, and they do come up right around the edge to the dome glass, but on the S20 Plus, no issues here with the dome glass. And again, this has some really good drop protection on the front, so if you drop it face down, it's going to work great. And I do like the feel of these cases. They have a nice grip to them where I can easily hold them up without them slipping down, and they should be no problem. On the bottom, they don't have the extra dust protection or anything, but they should have no issues when wireless charging, so they are able to work just fine. So that is the Cosmo Series by i-Blason. These are a little bit bigger, but it's still pretty easy to grip, might just feel a little too big while it's in your pocket. Now onto the unicorn Beetle cases from SupCase. So here we have a blue, a black, and a purple, and with some good grip. So this is a pretty good protective case. You have the buttons over here on the side that are actually flush, and then you just press in with those. They don't make too much noise, so that's good. Over on the back here, you have this pretty thick plastic, so that's nice. It gives good grip when you're holding the phone. It's not going to slip around, and then it covers the full front of the phone. So there's going to be no problems there when placing it on the wireless charger. No problems. Most of these don't have problems. I actually don't think I've used a case that had a problem. The main problem you're going to get is if you have a pop socket on your phone. So those are the different colors and the different options there. Next up, we have some unicorn Beetle Pro case from SupCases. So if you are looking for a durable case with a little belt clip, this is definitely one of the cases to check out. I haven't used the belt clip a ton, but it sits in there really nice and snaps in. And then when you want to pull it out, you can just pull it out right there. And then here on the back, you do have the belt clip you can easily pull on and off. The case itself, it does come in two parts. We put on the top and then you slide on the bottom. On the bottom here, it does have the charging port protection. And then this case is just big. So if you like to have a big protective case, this is a great case. Now right here on our S20 Plus, there is a problem where it is pinching down on the dome glass. So it's causing that little bubbling right there. So not recommended to use the dome glass with this case. But some of the other things I do like about the case are the outside edge has a nice grip to it. So it's easy to hold on to. Here, the buttons are very easy to click. And then I really like the kickstand on the back. So here you can just pop it open like this and then snap it into place. And then you can place it down like that and use it as a kickstand. Now, one thing I do like about this is it's great if you want to keep your phone like this and just have it sitting there on your desk, pick it up, text somebody back. It's very firm, where other kickstands I use, they aren't able to do that. So it's really good if you want to just sit your phone down like that and easily pick it up and keep using it without any problem. Then to push it back, you can just snap it back into place like that. And then here you have some little grip pads, so it's not going to slide around too much, and it does some really good job at protecting that camera lens as well. It adds a bit of a bump there. Now let's test this unicorn Beetle case with the fast wireless charger. Even though it's so thick, it has no problem wireless charging. Here is what the front of the black and the purple look like. So on the purple, you do have the accent there, and the black is black. So there you go. Those are the durable SUP cases from Unicorn Beetle. Here we have a ton of cases from Ringke. They actually sent me a ton of accessories for my Galaxy Watch Active 2 that I still need to check out. I'll save those for another video. But over here we have the Fusion X Space Blue. Here we have the Fusion Smoke Black, the Fusion X Camo Black, the Fusion Clear, the Fusion Matte Clear, the Air Clear, and then we have the S20 Plus Black. Now I do want to mention that all of these cases have some extra screen protection here. So in traveling and pulling it out of the box, you're not going to hurt the material at all. So when you pull that out, it's ready to place your phone in. So all of these right here are for the S20 Plus. Now that is a pretty cool looking case, and it makes the phone seem very easy to hold. So on the back, this has really good grip. So I really like what Ringke has done here with the back covers on these. And then around the outside, you have these really cool different textures. Here you have the button control. Those are pretty clicky. And there is no problem fitting on the dome glass. There you can see what happened when I put it on the Unicorn Beetle case. But those are some really good cases. So they're all going to have a little bit different grip. On the side here, this is a little slippery to me, but it does have some nice protection on the front. I really like this grip case. Feels really nice in the hand. No problems there with wireless charging. Now this case is pretty interesting here. It doesn't feel like it has much grip, but then when you use it, it actually grips on pretty well. And I do like the sides. They feel really nice. Again, this case has really good grip. This is the smoke black, and it really mutes the color of the phone there. And that just looks really cool. So very similar in all of these cases. Those are the cases from Ringke. Okay, next up we have cases from Caseology. So these are the Parallax, comes in all types of colors. Here we also have a black as well. And this case is really good. On the front, it comes all the way up to the edge of the dome glass, so it's not going to hurt the dome glass at all, but it does a great job of protecting the front of the display. So you can see that it just covers right up against the edge, and then it has this really cool texture on the back, and the sides have a really good grip as well. And the buttons on the side, they don't have much click to them, so they're really good, but they are easy to press and easy to feel. So here we have the S20 and the S20 Ultra with the same case there. Again, it comes all the way around the front of the screen, and here, no problem with the wireless charging. Here is the Skyfall Flex cases from Synology. So on the S20, S20 Plus, and the S20 Ultra. Now these do a good job at keeping the phone very protected, but not adding too much bulk to the front of the device. So there's not a ton of a lip here on the front, but it does a good job of protecting around the side. So if you were to drop it, there would be no problem there. Now I really like the texture that's here on the back. It makes it very easy to hold, and it has a very good grip, so it's not going to slip out of the hands very easily. So those are the Skyfall Flex. And last from Caseology, here we have the Vault series, and over here we have the Solid Flex Crystal. So with the Vault series, it adds a nice texture to it, but for me, there is not much grip protection here. I can't hold it without it slipping out of my hands. It does offer some good drop protection around the outside edge as well as the front. No problem with the dome glass there, but it just has a weird texture to me that my hands don't like very good. Over here with the Solid Flex, it's the opposite. I really like how this feels. Again, holding it up, no problem there. It's not going to slip down at all. On the sides, it has this little different button there. Feels really good and easy to press those buttons. And then it has a good lip up here at the front, protecting the outside edge. And it just has a really good feel to it. Now with the Ultra, most of these cases are just so big, but it doesn't add too much bulk to the big phone that is already there. So again, that is the Solid Flex series, and those are the cases from Caseology. Now onto cases from Speck. So here we have the Presidio Perfect Clear cases, and this is the one with wing grips here on the Ultra. Now I really do like these clear cases. They do have that extra grip that you get sometimes with the clear cases, but for some reason on this case with grips, it just doesn't have that grip. It's a little slippery, feels a little bit too hard of a plastic here. Even though I've really liked Speck cases before, one of the main reasons is because of the grip. Now I will say, over time, those end up getting a little annoying because I'm not able to easily pull them out of my jeans. But with this, it feels like I wouldn't have any problem putting it in and out of my pocket, but it does give you that extra little bit of grip there. So I definitely need to use this a little bit more to get a better opinion on exactly how it's going to work, but I think I'll end up liking it. Over here on the buttons, they are a little bit harder to push in, but on the front, there's no problem with the dome glass, as well as it does a really good job at adding some lip protection up here on the top and the bottom, and it's just going to be an overall great protective case. And then here with the regular Perfect Clear, it really shows off the great colors of that Galaxy S20 and just adds a very clean look and good protection all around the device without any problems. Doesn't have the grip, just has a little Speck symbol there, but that's a really nice case. Now they also have just the regular Presidio Pro. So that's this case right here. That's a really clean looking case. It has that more matte finish, so it's not going to collect as many fingerprints as, say, a glossy case or the glossy phone. And you can see around the outside edge, it has a really nice lip where it is able to completely protect the phone. So that's a really cool looking case, very stealth, and just a nice overall case with the extra protection around here on the sides, and the buttons are a little easier to push on that one. So I really do like that case. And with all of these, Speck has no problem with a wireless charger. Next up, I want to give a shout out to the guys over at MobileFun. They sent me this little package that had all kinds of different cases. So MobileFun is a great website if you're looking to get more cases or accessories for your Galaxy S20 phones. Make sure you check them out in the description below. So here are a few different types of cases that MobileFun sent me. So first up, we have the Olixar, which is a soft silicone case for the Galaxy S20. So actually very similar to what we just saw in the Presidio Pro case, but this does feel like it has a little bit more grip, has that mixture of silicone as well as the hard plastic there. So I really do like that one. Up here at the top, it does a really good job in protecting the phone, and you have some clicky buttons there. Now over here on the Galaxy S20, this is the Samsung Smart LED cover. So with this, it will automatically open or lock and unlock the phone with the case because it is made by Samsung. Here on the front, you have a really cool LED screen. So if you get a phone call, you'll be able to see it, swipe and answer the call. You can actually customize different icons for when certain people call or message you. And then here on the front, you have the option to put in a credit card or something so that you always have it with you. There is no kickstand on this case or anything, but it really protects your phone as it's giving you the front protection and the protection all the way around the device, just not covering up the volume buttons there. So if we go into the settings here and we search for accessories, here you have accessories, and then you have LED icon editor. So you can come in here and you can choose all types of different icons for different calls or notifications, and you can even customize and set up your own. So there are a ton of different options in here that you could choose. And there it even shows its wireless charging and the percent that you are at. And then over here we have the Olixar carbon fiber case, the black edition. So here it has that really cool carbon fiber texture. It doesn't have too much grip. So for me, with my dry hands, not very nice to have. But then up here you have this cool little cutout. It says autofocus ultimate experience with the Ultra. And then over here on the side, not very clicky buttons, very easy to press, but it adds some good lip protection and no problem with the dome glass there. Two more that MobileFun sent me. Here we have the Olixar ultra thin case. Now this is a really nice thin grip case. So if you don't like to add any bulk to the phone, but you want something that's very grippy, this case can definitely do that. There you can see how much grip it actually has. And then it just does a good job of keeping the sides protected, but it's not going to be great if your phone falls. It could easily land on a rock or something, and there's not a ton of protection up here, but no problem with the dome glass. So having a dome glass and this is a great combo to be able to fully protect your device. So I really like this case, very easy to hold on to and just kind of fun to play around with. And then over here we have the Olixar Nova Shield case for the S20 Ultra. So this is a pretty protective case. It has that little two-tone back with the edges and then the case on the back that would be easy to grip. And then it does a good job of protecting the front with the lip there. And then the buttons here, they're not buttons, but they're recessed in, but they are nice and easy to press. So that's a really good looking case there. Thanks again, MobileFun, for sending these cases out for me to check out. Next up, we have cases directly from Samsung. Now, these are the cases that I got for free because I ordered from Samsung.com. So first up over here, we have the Samsung silicone cover. So this is the white on the S20. It feels really good. It has nice grip, even though it does slide a little bit. It has some good grip there and easy to hold, and it is very thin, and it just looks really nice. Now, I will say that with these silicone cases, I've always wanted to try one of these. I've never actually had one, but after using these for just a few days, when wearing jeans, they get so much lint attached to these. Compared to all the other cases I've shown off today, this is definitely the dirtiest one after pulling it out of your pocket. It's certainly going to be a problem. Now, I mainly tested that when using this on the blue here with the S20 Ultra. It just was terrible every time I pull it out. I'll show you that in 1 second. And then over here, I have the Samsung S20 Ultra rugged case. So this feels much bigger than my Note 10 Plus in the rugged case, but it does give me the benefits that I really like. I like that lip at the front. It doesn't have any problem with the dome glass up here. It has a nice grip side. And then on the back here, you have the 2 options for a kickstand. So you can have it at that angle, and then here you can have it at the second angle. And it just feels very solid, like it's gonna do a really good job in protecting my phone. If I drop it, these phones do cost a lot, so that's a huge factor. So here it is with the silicone case on there. It does look really nice, keeps it thin and well protected, but let me show you what happens after I stick it in my pocket and pull it out. So that is just one time. You can just see how dirty it is up here. Now, I do wash my jeans, so I don't know why there is so much lint in there, but that's the biggest problem with these silicone cases. It's gonna do a good job in protecting your phone, but it's super dirty and takes a little bit of work to clean off. And then here, it doesn't have as much protection around the camera bump as I would like to see. And the final case from Samsung is the S View Flip cover. So again, this is another case like the LED cover that is able to protect all of the phone, so all the edges of the phone as well as the front. And then it is able to automatically lock and unlock your phone because this is a case made by Samsung. Now, the real benefit of this one is that you are able to see certain things without actually opening up the case. So here you can see the time, you can see the date, and then if you get a phone call or you have an alarm, you can actually just swipe to answer or decline without having to open the phone. And you can actually just answer and hold this up to your face without even opening it and talk, because here you can hear, and then down here you will have the microphone that they can hear you as well. And then when you open this up, it's very thin and it doesn't get in the way. Now, usually when using a S View flip cover like this, if you open the camera, it always has the problem where you can't see through. But it looks like Samsung has made it so you can still see through the cameras even though the case is flipped all the way open. Now, I don't recommend doing that as you're gonna see some extra glare and some certain things, but it's nice that it does let you at least use the camera while you have this case on. So that's a really cool improvement. And then a few years ago, they removed the kickstand from this option as well. So that's a bit of a bummer, but there you go. That is the S View flip cover from Samsung. Next up, we have a few case options from FYY. I had actually never heard of this company before, but after checking out their cases, they're pretty cool. So we have a few different options that I'll show you today. So here we have a case for the Galaxy S20. So this is the mint green, but it has this little lanyard that you can attach that's easy to pull on and off. But in here you have the options for different credit cards. And then here you have a kickstand as well. So some people, I've seen actually a lot of people use cases like this before, and it has a little magnet that magnetizes it shut. So this is a great case for protection as well because it's covering all around the phone. It lets you use the dome glass without any problem. Let's test out the wireless charger. So there, if you put it on there at night, you're gonna have no problem getting it charged up. And then it's just an overall really pretty case. So on the website, there are a ton of different options for that case as well. Now next over here with the Galaxy S20, we have a different style. I'm not exactly sure on the names of these, but if you browse around their website, I'm sure you'll be able to find them. So here again, you have the wallet case. So it magnetizes shut, has a really good grasp there. Let's try out wireless charging. Okay, it looks like it does struggle to wireless charge while in this case, but let me show you something really cool. It actually comes right off. So the reason it doesn't wireless charge is because there's a big magnet in the back of this little protector. And now if we place the phone on there, you have the option to wireless charge, and it's in this case. So this has a nice leather back here. And then here you have some really good sides. It has this really cool texture on the side that makes it easy to grip onto. And then it does a really cool job with this texture on the back. And then pressing the buttons, they don't make any sound, but they do click really easily. So that's actually a really cool case. And then it magnetizes right into place just like that. So no wireless charging there, then wireless charging. And this one has 4 credit card options as well. And it does add some really good protection with the double layer case there. Now over here with the S20 Ultra, we have one more. Here you have 3 credit card options there. And then this is one with a kickstand. So you can easily prop up your phone at any angle. I like that it doesn't have as big as a clasp here, but it does magnetize shut if you want it to. Looks like it's working. It kind of struggled to start it up there. There we go. Works with the wireless charger. So here you have this one in a rose gold color. And then here you have this one with the lanyard option in purple. And then here you have a black and blue of the single clasp. So these are some pretty cool cases. If you like having a wallet case all in one, these are some really cool cases to check out. They are very high quality. I think they'll last you a good time. And I'm actually very impressed with this one that has the 2-in-1 clutch as well as the case there. That's pretty cool. So those are from FYY. Next up, we have cases by RhinoShield, and first up, this is their crash guard. So this is not a case, it is just a bumper around the outside. So you still get the full feel of the original phone on the front and the back. It gives you that extra drop protection on the top and the bottom, which is really nice. And they sent me this in white and black for both of these phones. So here's the white. Looks really nice. It is a little flimsy here on the side, but shouldn't really be a problem. Buttons are a little hard to push. They don't make any noise though, which I really like. And so there is the crash guard. It does have some good protection on the back. So if you did drop it, it will keep it off the ground a little bit, as well as on the front, it has some nice protection there as well. Next up, we have the solid suit cases. So over here on the S20, we have this nice carbon fiber look. One thing about these cases is they don't have as much grip as I would like. Even though they look really cool, for me with the dry hands, it's just gonna slide right out. But over time, that should be easier to hold on to. The nice part about that, it might be easier to get in and out of your pocket. It just all depends on what you want. So very similar buttons to the crash guard that we saw before. And there is the carbon fiber. Now over here we have one that actually has my name engraved on the back, which is pretty cool. So they do have some of those options. And this is their leather. It has a different texture, which is really nice and easy to hold on to. And this just adds a little bit more of a bulk to the phone. So it's not going to be super thin, but that means it's going to add some extra protection. These do say that they will protect up to an 11-foot drop. Up here at the top, it does have a nice lip protection on the top as well, and it shouldn't have any problem wireless charging. Here are some more solid suit cases. So here we have a white and a black. Now these are pretty cool. The back actually does have some really nice texture to it. So it's going to hold in your hand very easily. And then the outside just doesn't have that grippy part. So kind of opposite of what I've seen before, but some really nice looking cases. And it's gonna do a really good job of protecting around the outside edge here. It comes right up front, but no problem with the dome glass there. If we test it out on the wireless charger, no problem charging. And so some really cool case options right there. And 2 more solid suit patterns. So depending on what phone you have, they have different patterns. A lot of these, they sent me one of each, but I'm just gonna show you each pattern once so I'm not duplicating. But there you go. This is a really cool looking pattern. Has some great texture, very similar to all the other cases on the style of protection around the outside and the lip on the front. And then here on the S20 Plus, have this really cool looking case. And that's it for RhinoShield. Now, last but not least, I decided to go out and buy the Defender case from OtterBox to test it out with the dome glass. So here we have the Defender. It has this nice little belt clip. And then here, there are a few different parts. So we're gonna pull this apart. So it has a rubber outside, and then you're gonna pop off each of these little parts. There's little arrows pointing to all of them. Then you're gonna sit the phone in here, And now we're going to place this over the top. And then we're going to put all those back together. Okay, it's on there. And then I'm going to place this backing and press it on around the outside. Now previously, when I tried on the Defender case on other phones, it would always peel up the dome glass. Now OtterBox definitely has done some improvements there because it's actually leaving a bit of a gap, and there is no problem using this screen protector with the Defender case because this Defender case is ultra protective and it is very durable. Now the main problem you're going to have with this case is it makes the S20 Ultra so heavy. I actually used this case for a few days, and after holding it like this with my pinky down here, my pinky begged me to stop after the next day. So you do need to be a little bit careful the way you hold this, but I really like this new texture they added to the Defender. For a long time, the OtterBox cases were just so slippery, like I could not use them at all, but this has a really nice grip texture to it that this could definitely be the case I use. Maybe I'm going out and about and I want that extra durable protection while I'm hiking or something like that. This would be the case to pick up because it just adds so much extra protection. These and the Unicorn Beetles definitely offer that. So yes, you can use an OtterBox Defender case with the Whitestone Dome Glass without any problems. Over here on the side, you do have the buttons. They click a little bit, but they're very easy to click. And then you have the best protection on the front here where it has that massive lip around the outside edge, and it just feels like it's going to stay very protected on here. On the bottom, you do have this port to cover the charger, and then if you want to wireless charge, that works no problem. Even though it's quite thick, it has no issue wireless charging. So that is the OtterBox Defender case, available for the Galaxy S20s, but here this is the Galaxy S20 Ultra. And then here is the belt clip. You can put it in either way. Clips in really nice, and you can pop it out very easily. Now, I've never used one of these. In the past, I heard a lot of people said that these would break very easily. I don't know if these have improved over time, but it seems like a pretty solid product there. So there you have it, 72 different case options for your Samsung Galaxy S20, S20 Plus, or S20 Ultra. Again, a link to all of these will be in the description below. If you have any further questions about these cases, please let me know in the comments below. And if you would like to see more about Whitestone Dome Glass and how to get it installed, or check out other videos that I've made all about the Galaxy S20, make sure you check out the playlist over here on the side. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you on the next one.